Hey everyone, welcome back, y'all. We are finally back with what everybody's been waiting for, which is our homeschool curriculum for 2022-2023. Y'all, I apologize. This was supposed to go up days ago, but there were some things in the house that just needed to be taken care of, and my attention needed to go to that. So we are back. Anyways, y'all, if you're brand new to my channel, I am a homeschooling mom as of December 2021. I pulled 2 of my 3 kids out of public school for multiple reasons. One is remaining in public school. My 13-year-old will be enrolling in 8th grade here shortly, and she is a public school student, and that is my 13-year-old Danya. Jessica and Philip, who are ages 12 and 11, have been pulled out of mainstream public school, and I have homeschooled them since this past December, in December of 2021. If you want to know furthermore why I did that, just let me know, and I will put up a video on why I pulled those 2 kids out of public school. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to show you our curriculum. Now, there's a few things that I will be talking to you about for online programs that we're going to use as well. And some things that I'm really actually looking into still, and I'm not quite sure if I'm going to jump them on board or not, but I do want to mention them in case I do, and I will be back with an update if I do go ahead and give you a full in-depth understanding of programs that we are using and how we like them, like a review, I should say. So, being a homeschool mom now since December, y'all, there's a lot of videos going on where people, once they start moving into homeschooling from a public school system, or they're starting a homeschooling right off the bat as a small child, you want to know all the information. You want to know the curriculum to get for your child for whatever grade level. When it really comes down to it, everybody can put up videos, including me, of curriculums that they like. However, there's not a one-size-fit-all when it comes to curriculum. It's going to be based on your child's style of learning, your child's ability to learn, whether they got a normal level of learning, whether they are special education, whether they are higher level learning, things like that. Also take into consideration these one-box systems where they have all 4 subjects and it's one and done, and then you can also pick your extracurricular activity. Y'all, those are super duper expensive. And not only that, they don't fit every child. It doesn't happen. So with that being said, we don't do the one box and done deal. I don't want to do that. I look for things online that I think can work and will work for each one of my kids. For example, Jessica is 12, but she's got an IQ of 75. Jessica's had 9 brain surgeries, and she does learn on a slower pace than my son, who is 11, named Philip, who has an extraordinarily high IQ. So I'm dealing with 2 ends of the spectrum when it comes to learning. They also have same learning styles, but different learning styles. Jessica needs more hands-on learning and more manipulatives, whereas Philip actually needs textbook stuff. He does learn very, very well with hands-on, but he learns extremely well reading something or watching something and remembering that way. So they are both going into the 7th grade, y'all. Oh my gosh, this is getting serious now. We are junior high students. So with that being said, this is the first book I got. I got this off Amazon. If you guys are interested in any of these books and you want me to share you a link, I will give you a link. Adonis, go see Mama. Y'all, that's my grandson. I will go ahead and give you the link. I am not an Amazon affiliate. The reason for that is Amazon will track you if you use an Amazon affiliate link for the next 24 to 48 hours. I don't believe in tracking anybody if they do not want to be tracked. So, with that being said, I will give you a link if you need it, or you can just read the titles here, type it in, and then go to Amazon yourself and get some of these products. So, this first book is history. I paid just under $22 for this book. It was $21 and some change because there was a little bit of sales tax. Free delivery, y'all. We all know we love our Amazon free delivery if you're a Prime member. And this book is everything from the beginning of the time up till now. The great thing I like about this book is there is so much information in here. It's ridiculous, okay? We're going to go through this entire textbook. We are going to pick out the subjects that we're learning about. And not only are we going to use this for reference for that type of situation, Y'all, use your internet. Download free printables of worksheets. You can put in downloading free printables for World War One facts, things like that. There is so many websites out there. You can't even name how many there are of different free websites you can go to print down all kinds of different materials that you are looking for, specifically, such as I mentioned, World War One, World War Two, Vietnam War, you name it, you can go on the internet and find it for free. So utilize your internet as well. And that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to pick out our topics here in history, what we want to learn about, not what we are mandated. Here in the state of Missouri, we're not mandated to learn anything. The state of Missouri is a little bit sketchy on how they do things. Number one, they don't even check up on homeschoolers. That's super sad. Number two, out of 1,000 school hours that they have to have per year, only 600 of those school hours have to be in the 4 subjects of science, math, history, and English. That's it. That's their guidelines. Super sad again. Our kids are not mandated to take the state standardized test either here in Missouri. Super sad. Because you want to know where your kids are at when they're taking their test and things like that. So I do recommend that the kids do take here in Missouri your standardized test. You can call and have that scheduled. School districts, I believe some school districts will actually do that for homeschooling kids. Look up in your state. Go to your Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and find out exactly what your state actually requires. Each state is going to be different. So with history, this is what we're going to do. We're going to utilize the internet a lot for worksheets and for specific subjects that we're looking into. And we're going to be doing reports. We're going to be doing research. We're going to be learning about certain subjects. So that is our history book. Again, that was just under $22. Our next is our science books, and I have 2 of the exact same science books. Now, again, we're not just going to use these workbooks. This is not an entire year's worth of work, y'all. However, when you accumulate this with the internet and print off worksheets and do research and do hands-on projects, this also includes hands-on projects as well. It includes extra worksheets. I like Spectrum because you can look things up per the page. It'll give you additional information, things like that, things you can deal with. It also has hands-on, but we're going to go more in depth than what these books allow. Again, we're going to use the internet, y'all. This book was $10, and it is through Spectrum. So I've got 2 of them, one for Jesse and one for Philip, the history book we're using together. I also picked up this English book. Now, yeah, I only have 1 of these. And the reason for this English book is this is for Philip. Now, I'm going to look up one for Jessica. I'm also going to go online and I'm going to pull off 7th grade common spelling words. My kids are going to go ahead and I'm going to give Jessica a certain amount of spelling words. I'm going to give Philip a certain amount. Now, once again, since I'm teaching from 2 opposite spectrums when it comes to IQ and learning styles and how they learn, Jessica gets half work. Jessica has an IEP. She had an IEP in school. I was an IEP and 504 specialist, so I know how to write IEPs, and Jessica learns on a smaller, lower, easier curve than what Philip does. So Jessica is going to get half the work of what Philip does because it does take her longer to learn and understand than it does Philip. So I've only got 1 of the 7th grade English because I want to see all the different parts that it teaches you in this. I want to see if Jesse's up to par being able to learn this. If not, here's another good thing about homeschooling. Jessica can go on a lower grade. I can get her a 6th grade book, a 5th grade book, a 4th grade book. Whatever I need to in any subject, I can lower her grade level down to meet her needs and her understanding and her level of learning. So I did get 1 of these. This is also a Spectrum book. It is $10, y'all. Like, hello. So we will, again, we'll utilize the internet to get spelling words. My kids will be getting a dictionary. That's one thing I am going to be buying this year. Yes, they can look up online, and it might be cheaper to just do that for free to get their spelling words. I want my kids to learn how to look through these type of books. Nowadays, kids are not even learning cursive, y'all, in school, okay? Everybody's on a laptop of some sort, or an iPad, and that's what the schools are issuing. They are no longer allowing these kids really to write much of anything. That is not a good situation. Last December in 2021, when I pulled my children out of school, I learned that they don't even teach cursive anymore, y'all. So I immediately got a cursive handwriting book on Amazon for $6. It was teaching them how to write each letter in cursive, lowercase and capitalized, and learning how to write words and sentences in cursive. I suggest whether you're a homeschooling mom or you're a public school mom, grab you some cursive handwriting books on Amazon. Y'all, they're super cheap, and get your kids writing cursive, because Lord have mercy, they need to sign their names to a document when they turn 18 and they don't know cursive. You don't want your kids signing in print. That is super easy for anybody to copy. Get your kids a handwriting cursive book online on Amazon. Like I said, mine were only $6 a piece. I don't have them here, but I will show them in another upcoming video because I do have them. They're just not here in front of me. So this was $10. These were $10. This makes $30. This is $22. You're asking, where's my math? Well, let me explain where my math is. My math this year is going to be through teachingtextbooks.com. I want you guys to go to this website. It ranges, I believe, I want to say it's $47, it could be $42, up to the $60 range per child per year. Oh my gosh. Teaching textbooks literally takes math out of your hands. If you're not good with math and you have a hard time teaching your children math, teachingtextbooks.com is where it's at. It's not a sponsored video, obviously. However, so super cheap. And here's what they do. They have the video lessons online. They also have textbooks. If you want a hard copy physical textbook, you can buy them. They're rather expensive, but you can buy them if your kids want a physical textbook. They not only teach your children step-by-step online how to do this, they give them examples so they can see it. They score their grades, their material, their topics that they're working on. They score their papers and their homework. The grades go into a grade booking system. And y'all, if you're a homeschooling mom, you can print those off for your portfolios for homeschooling, okay? Because you do have to provide and save up to 3 years worth of homework for homeschooling before they go into the next 3 grades. So my kids going 7th, 8th, and 9th, I have to keep all their records for 3 years if I ever want to put them back in school, or if, by chance, the state of Missouri wants to come and say, hey, we want to look at your books. We want to look at what you're teaching your kids. Then I have the proof for that. So I love the way it is. Teaching Textbooks also has a no credit card needed trial. So they will give you 15 lessons of whatever grade you want your kids in. And you can have a trial run for those 15 lessons. You can see how you like it, how your kids like it. And if by chance you need to go and talk to a tutor to get your kid through one of the topics because they don't understand it online, the video lesson isn't helping them, the examples aren't helping them, you can talk to a live tutor for free. They offer that as well. This is a fantastic way. It is a highly rated program. A lot of homeschooling students are doing this. We did do math this last year from December to July of this year. Excuse me. And we did it through a math book. This year, we are going with teachingtextbooks.com for math. And they are a math program only from my understanding. So, again, go online. It doesn't hurt to at least try the free trial. Again, there is no credit card required. It's not like a 7-day trial and then they start charging you. It's a 15-lesson trial. Also on there, they do have a tab where your kids can take an assessment test for free and find out which grade level you should be putting your kid in. So that's another thing that you need to look into that would be fantastic. Again, if you're not a math pro or you're not comfortable or you don't know how to teach math, this would be a perfect situation for you. Now, I am very high skilled in math. I absolutely love math and science. But then again, I want my kids to go ahead and do math online because we're going so far into depth with all these other subjects that math, take it off my hands for right now so I can teach my kids other things. Another one that we're going to be looking at, turn that down a little bit, Philip, please, is IXL. Now, y'all, I went in there and I was looking around. They offer the subjects math, science, English, and social studies. They also offer unlimited practices on different subjects. They offer lesson plans already pre-filled out for you if you're interested in that at all. Unlimited, just all kinds of different subjects your kids can look it up in the full bit. So with that being said, my 2 kids, if I were to put them in that program, which I am not, but we have looked at it, is $199. Now let's go back real quick because something I wanted to remember about teaching textbooks. If you have a huge family, say you got like 8+ kids or whatnot, they also have a big family discount for you as well. They cap that off at a certain number, and it doesn't matter how many students you have enrolled. I believe it's 4 to 8. Even if you have 12, they cap it off at a certain amount, and your kids learn from there. So just remember that as well. If you see the huge family discount, see if your family qualifies for that as well. So the IXL was another program we had looked into. Another thing that we're going to be doing is utilizing our library for resources, materials, reading books, and things like that. Now, this gets really complicated when you start talking about all these subjects and you're like, how are you going to keep everything organized? So, I have got this notebook, and I'm not going to go into everything here. It's a lot of pages, y'all. A lot of pages, okay? This I got on Etsy. If you're interested in this organizational way of being able to do your daily attendance, this is the way to go. This has everything you need in there as a homeschooling mom to keep everything organized, keep records, keep everything, y'all. Okay, I'm just going to go through the first couple of pages and let you read some things on here. Just read the tops of each one of these pages. I'm just showing you real quick a few of them. This has attendance sheets. It has a lesson plan that you can do on the daily. You will have to get this copy, print it out, and then you can run this to your printer and print out multiple copies, which is what I'm going to be doing. It has weekly lesson plan that you can go ahead and fill out. Y'all, it has the daily schedule, thing like that. So this page here, I believe this is the daily schedule, if I remember right. Yes. I will be printing this out every single, or weekly schedule, I'm sorry. Is it weekly or daily? Let me see. I couldn't remember. This is a weekly schedule, I believe. What is this? Y'all, I apologize. My grandson in the background is, it's hard to do anything with him here. Okay, it's a daily schedule. I apologize, y'all. I do have a weekly schedule in another binder, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't telling you what this was. This is a daily schedule, and it blocks it off by timing. Y'all, this is perfect for my kids. I will be filling this out every night so they know what they're doing for the next day. We go through it. We check things off as we go. Again, this is just a massive packet. It does have the entire calendar for 2022, 2023. If you want me to go further into this sheet by sheet, just let me know in the comments down below, and I will make a video for that as well. When I bought this on Etsy, I believe I paid, I want to say I paid $10 for this entire organizational printout. It also has room for you to put notes. It has room for attendance. It has meal ideas, because you know your kids need to learn how to cook. Your kids need to know what's for lunch, what's for snack, things like that. It also has everything else you need to know. It's got grading sheets. I mentioned the attendance sheets. It has room for school supplies. It's got a school supply list. It has a list for you to be able to do field trips, a list for extracurricular activities. It's just got everything you need to have. Now, what I didn't see in here, and I could have missed it by accident, is a reading log. So I went on the internet and I got out this reading log and just printed out. As you see, I made a lot of copies, okay? My kids will be getting reading books from the library. They will be reading in the morning, right before school starts. They will also be reading at night, after school, right before it ends. So I want them to have a reading log because I want their vocabulary and their reading to be excellent. So I have that as well. And yes, I do have to utilize my printer quite a bit for school, but it is what it is, okay? So we have that. Other things I'm going to be throwing into our homeschooling is home economics. Y'all, they just don't teach the kids in school how to do things, okay, like they used to. My kids are going to be learning how to cook, how to portion, how to shop for groceries, how to stay on a budget, because that's something they need. So that's kind of a financial part of it, but it's going to be part of my way of doing home economics. It's not just going to be cooking and cleaning up and doing food. They're going to learn how to budget. They're going to learn how to do their finances. One of the things I've looked into is Every Plate, which is a meal prepping service where they actually have pre-portioned meals out for you. You can turn on the service, turn it off whenever you like. That way you don't get weeks worth of meals that you don't want to pay for or don't want to have. The subscription that I'm looking into is 3 meals for 2 people every week. That's $40, y'all. I may do this a couple of times, but I also want to flip into having my kids get a budget for groceries. They can shop on my apps. I have Instacart. I also have Walmart delivery. And they're going to learn how to plan a meal for 4 people in the house, which is what we are currently right now because my husband's overseas. And they're going to have to use that budget to plan breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. Also, we're going to do a prep pantry challenge. Y'all know I got a huge prepper pantry. Y'all know my deep freezers are full. So there's going to be weeks where they get 0 and you're going to have to shop the house and make meals. So I'm going to be throwing all of that into there, including any kind of life situations that my kids will end up in. I may say you have $100 for groceries. Oops, sorry, snap. Guess what happened? 20 of that dollars is going to have to go to something you had to pay for. So instead of being $100, now they're down to $80 for that week. I'm going to throw some scenarios in there. My kids are going to fill out employment sheets and things like that, just fake mock ones. They're going to learn how to write checks. Yeah, I know, ancient dinosaur, writing a check. They're going to learn how to budget for an apartment, for their first apartment, things like that. So they will have binders, they will have prop money, they will have a budget. I will tell them, hey, you're working for this company, this is how much you make, budget it out. So I'm going to throw that in there as well. Another thing that we're going to throw in there is a snack box. Every month we're going to get a snack box, and that's going to go in with our history learning. Because I just ordered on Walmart, it's not in, y'all. When it comes in next week, I'll show you a huge laminated geography map of the world, y'all. It was $19. Okay, it's 50 inches long, and I don't remember how many inches wide. If you guys want me to share that with you as well, I got that through Walmart.com. I will do my best to get that to you as well. With that being said, that map, we're going to look at the snack box that we get from which country or continent, which part of the continent that we get it from. It's going to be filled with facts. My kids will have to do an in-depth report on it. They will have to present it to me and the other child in the house, and they will have to do research. They will have to look up that country. They will have to look up the culture. They'll have to look up some facts about it. They'll have to put an entire report together for me for that. The snack box I find is going to be really cool because I'm getting them off of Amazon. I'm not doing a subscribe and save order. I'm getting one box and done. That means there's no recurring fees. And then I can move around and choose which box we want to choose. The first one that we're looking at is Eastern Europe. And with that box, it is $50. It'll have a bunch of snacks in there. And then Philip and Jessica will pick out one country, maybe a couple, on Eastern Europe countries. And they will do in-depth reports on that. So that's another thing I'm going to add into their social studies, their history, whatever you would like to call it, curriculum, that I thought would be fun because it's a snack box. They can choose and taste the snacks of that region as well. So that's another thing that we're going to utilize. Another thing that we're utilizing is Skillshare. Now, Skillshare is a little expensive, y'all, and watch what happens. Because we had what was supposed to be a 14-day trial on Skillshare. We only got a 7-day trial. There is no monthly fee for that. You have to pay. It's a 1 year and done. And Skillshare has so many different videos on there. My kids, I think Jessica was watching a cooking video. Philip was watching a photography video. This is an extracurricular activities. There is thousands and thousands and thousands of videos and things you can learn on Skillshare. After your trial is up, if you don't end that trial before it is up, y'all, and I'm giving you the green light on this, watch it. You will be charged $155 for a 1-year program, and that's what we did get charged for. My kids will be learning on Skillshare as well. That is their extracurricular activity, one of them that they'll be looking at and being able to use. Another thing we're going to utilize is YouTube, y'all. Hello, we're here on YouTube. There's so many subjects you can learn. You can go in and learn extra math, science, English, social studies, and extracurricular activities on YouTube, okay? So if we're learning about slavery in history, then I'm going to look up YouTube and look up slavery videos that my kids can watch here on YouTube for free. Same thing with utilizing the internet. Choose subjects on the internet that you can print out free worksheets, free printables, free hands-on learning as well that you can print off and let your kids do the activities with them. Another thing that we are going to be doing is, what's the last one? Oh, I think that's it, y'all. I think that's what we've got. So, utilize your internet, utilize your library, go on Amazon and pick the books for your child that meets their needs, not that meets the school needs. Don't get those curriculum boxes, y'all. It's not everybody's inside that box it's going to work for. Pick out the curriculum you want to teach your kids. Pick out the subjects you think are the most important for your children to learn. Because Lord knows, everything taught in school was not everything we need in life. Things that are not being taught in school. Cursive. How to build your own budget. Yes, they may have a financial budget class in high school, but if your kiddos don't take it and they're out in the real world, how are they going to learn how to budget? How are they going to learn how to meal prep? How are they going to learn how to shop for their groceries? Save for their first apartment, save for their first car, put back an emergency fund. You know, all the things that they're not teaching in school. You pick what you want to do for your kids. You decide when school starts, when school ends, when they have breaks. I mentioned before, my kids are year-round students. We go for a while, and then I say, hey, we're taking this week off. This is a break week. I can decide when that happens. Another thing that I ran into for school is if my kids are sick, they want me to take my children to the hospital or the doctor's office every single time my kid comes down with a cold. Every time my kid comes down with a headache. Because school has to have record of you taking your kids to the doctor. Y'all, if I had to take my kids to the doctor every time they had a headache or a sinus infection, then I wouldn't be at home. They would never be at school. We'd always be at the doctor's. I can treat minor things at home with medication without having to run to the doctor every time I turn. It's just ridiculous. And now that we have this video type situation set up now for doctors, we don't even have to go to the doctor's. Last thing I want to do is drag my sick kid into a doctor's office, wait an hour, get seen, wait to be picked back up to come back home, because y'all know I'm blind. I can't be doing that. Driving on my own or anything. And my kid's sick as can be. You know what you feel like when you're sick. You want to be in bed. So there's a multitude of things of why I left the school district for my 2 kids, for Philip and Jessica. Again, if you want me to give you a video on that, please let me know. If you want me to go over the entire binder step by step and every single page that's in this binder for my homeschool organization, please let me know. We did just get school supplies today, so those will be on the way through from Walmart. There's a couple of things I still need to pick up, but I will be doing a school supply haul to show you that as well. But y'all, it's super, super cheap to actually do homeschooling. You don't have to pay hundreds and thousands of dollars to do that. If you don't want Skillshare, you don't have to have it. These books are extremely cheap when it comes to an entire year. Y'all, this is the entire beginning to now, okay? This is from Stone Age up until now. $22. It's going to last me through high school, y'all, okay? I'm utilizing the internet. I'm utilizing my local library. I'm utilizing YouTube. Hello, Netflix. Is it Netflix, Philip, that had The Last Slave Ship?
It's Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Disney Plus, National Geographic on Disney Plus has The Last Slave Ship. Hello. That actually, my kids are going to be watching that because it deals with slavery. It's something I want them to see. Netflix may have some things on there as well. Utilize all your services, y'all. If you're already paying for these apps, use them. If you already got internet, use YouTube. Use your internet. Free printables, and then put the subject line in there. Math fractions, science, this, blah, 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 blah. Do what you need to do. So this is our curriculum as it stands right now. If we decide to add in more items, I will let you know. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions on videos you would like to see me do, please leave it in the comments down below. If you want any links to these that are not affiliate links, they're just regular links for you to add these to your cart or Amazon, please let me know. You can read the titles as well. As I said, I've left these up here a couple of times for a little bit of time so that you're able to read the titles as well. So if you have any further comments, please leave them again down below, and I will be happy to answer anything. So that is our homeschool curriculum for 2022-2023. That's what we got, y'all. Super simple, super easy, stress-free. Till next time, please remember to stay safe. We'll catch you in the next video. Till then, Without Limits Budgets is out.